immediately.
That is one of my triggers.
Can't be good. I go with this clock. That clock's fast. Good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. I'm Mayor Chris Martin, calling to order the regular session of Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
BJ Cox. Here. Chris Martin.
Here.
Jake Thompson.
Here.
All right, we'll start with the approval of minutes for the October 4th, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Jacob Thompson.
Yes.
Next is the approval of claims for $256,266.93. This includes claims for $66,390.18, grant claim APA $14.23, and payroll claims $189,862.52. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second it.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
Jacob Thompson.
Yes.
All right, public comment. Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for us. Seeing none, no old business, on to new business. Contracts and agreements. Agreement of service for Copping's Roadway Door Sales and Service. Jan?
Morning, Jan.
Good morning.
I'm breaking my back trying to lift those stupid doors. No, excuse me. I would really, this is a contract to put in new lift systems on the garage doors at the Penman Building, so.
Yeah.
And we have it in our budget.
Okay, very good. You knew I was going to ask.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the contracts for agreement of service for Copping's Roadway Door Sales and Service.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thompson.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
Thanks, Jan.
Jan.
All right, next up is the contracts and agreement for the Psychic Street Community Crossing, change order number 1. That was perfect timing. That could not have been better.
You have like theme music playing in your head there.
That was perfect. Go ahead, Ross.
This is just to close out the project. It's actually lowering the cost, so it's kind of just paperwork.
Very nice. So the original sum was $1,346,251.45. This lowers it to $1,339,253.32.
Correct. Saved about $7,000.
There we go. I'll make a motion to approve the change order for Psychic Street Community Crossings project.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Jacob Thompson.
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
Thanks, Ross.
Thanks for that.
All right, next up is the Fire Department's monthly report for September 2023. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning. So for the month of September, we answered a total of 138 alarms. We had 1 structure fire, 9 false alarms, vehicle fire, 11 trash fires, 92 first responder calls, 1 extrication, 2 other rescues, 11 service calls, 1 power line incident, 5 smoke and odor calls, and 4 motor vehicle accidents. The 1 fire that we had was on September 1st at 0901. We were dispatched 928 17th Street. Upon arrival, we had light smoke coming from the roof and the eaves. We were advised that everybody was out of the residence. Crews made their way into the attic, and they had a small fire in the attic with where the old wiring was. We did place salvage covers to prevent any extensive water damage and used minimal amount of water. Building commissioner, utilities were both called. All power was shut off due to the faulty wiring in the residence. We were there about an hour and 30 minutes, and we had no injuries that were noted during the fire. I also attached our monthly mileage report for September.
Very good.
Any
Make,
questions?
make a motion to approve the fire department's monthly report for September 2023.
Second it.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, street department's monthly report for 2023. Morning, Tony.
Yeah, so for September, we hauled 213 loads of brush to the compost site, 61 loads of yard waste bags. We hauled a 19-ton of sweepings to landfill. We used 14-ton of cold mix filling potholes, another almost 300-ton of gravel doing alleys. Spent 141 hours filling potholes, 113 hours working on alleys, and another 128 hours painting. 146 hours doing cutbacks and 247 hours at the compost site. We worked 12 hours of overtime, had 2 emergency call-outs.
Busy. I'll make a motion to approve the street department's monthly report for September 2023.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
City street closure request for Cross at the Crossroads Fall Festival on the 30th and 31st from 3 to 10 p.m.
So, yeah, we need to make an amendment on this, that they have the time for the street to close starting at 3. I talked to Tim Moss, the transportation director at the high school, or at the administration building. We're gonna move that to 4, because make sure no bus problems are gonna happen there. I've already talked to Michael Ritchie, he was fine with that. So we just need to make that amendment that they're gonna close it at 4 o'clock, not 3.
Okay. I'll make a motion to amend the original city street closure request to do time for streets to be closed from 4 p.m., reopen at 10 p.m.
Second it.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Okay. Rental property inspector's monthly report for
Chris,
September.
are you going to make a motion then to accept the,
Very good. Thank you, Dwayne. I will make a motion to now accept the city street closure request with the amendment.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
All right. Rental property inspector's monthly report for September 2023. Christian?
Okay, so for the month of September, I inspected 31 parcels, which included 79 units. 24 of those were new inspections, 55 were re-inspections. I handed out 6 certificates. I had to reschedule 2 inspections. I had 10 new registrations. 1 was removed from the registration. No abandoned or vacant property registrations, and I sent out 174 letters. So that's it for September.
Thank you, Christian. I'll make a motion to approve the rental property inspector's monthly report for September 2023.
Second it.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
Condemnation status review for 719 East Market Street. Rob? Is there anyone here to okay. You can come to the mic, state your name for us, please.
Rob Red Bonds, Building Commissioner for the City of Logansport. Abhadeva, Blue Lighting.
David Nethercutt, Chief Operating Officer of Blue Light Inc. and a resident.
Very good. Go ahead, Rob.
So 719,
A little more formal on this, since we're kind of getting enmeshed in a court action. I think it might be helpful to just swear the witnesses that are testifying in this matter.
All right, David, we'll start with you. Right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth?
just everybody that's going to,
Oh, all
everybody's
at the
going to
same
speak
time?
on it.
Diva?
Is there anybody else that
Rob?
we think might speak on this that we need to?
Dave?
We can do it when she comes up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so the three of you, right hands. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Very good. Go ahead, Rob.
So,
Answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
so 719 East Market Street was condemned on an emergency condemnation on April 5th. We have done numerous reviews and status on that condition of that building. They have accomplished a few things, but we have seen a halt in the compliance of the condition of this structure. We got an open roof that is not done. I have not gotten called to inspect the porch, balcony, roof. Our last review, we had slow toilets and slow drains. This was condemned on a raw sewage issue and was not corrected by a licensed plumber. The sewage has been closed up, but it was not done by a licensed plumber. And therefore, I have not released the condemnation because of that. It does state that under the unsafe, the condemnation, that the work is to be performed by a registered contractor or a licensed plumber or a licensed electrician. I am kind of here today to finalize this and close this building down, because we have, since April 5th, we have given them plenty of time to comply. And we still have tenants that are in there that is not safe for them or health.
Yep, go ahead.
All the code violations, there's just so many inconsistencies in all this that it just gives you a headache having to go through it. However, Christian did do a very accurate code violation list with all pictures of all the apartments. I have pictures of everything on there is complete. There is no code violation in there that is not being done in the inside. The outside, the roofing was repaired. We did roofing repairs because we've had 100 days of rain out of 117 days. So we needed to get the ceiling work done, so we went up and did all the roofing repairs. There's no leakage in the building at all. All the residents that live there, which is 4, live in brand new rooms. There's no code violations in any of their rooms. We also tarped off the roof just to be on the safe side, so before we go in there and do brand new ceilings. Now, all that has been done. All the rooms that they complained about has been done. All the ordinances in which he says was violated, or different people here have said, have been completed. Now, here's the thing with this. The whole thing's getting a little misconstrued, because this has been held as a hotel. The last hearing we were here, the Board of Health was sitting here talking about how we should be washing people's sheets and doing these types of things, how filthy somebody's room is, or the cleanliness of somebody's room. And I just want to make clear for the record that we operate the statutory authority under Title 32, landlord-tenant relationships. We are nothing more than an apartment complex, have been since 1962. The last inspection in 2014, before the city board counted us, and they did an inspection in 2014 in that building and passed us, they said at that time that we were an apartment complex. So that hasn't changed in the record. We're not a hotel. If we were under hotel laws, yeah, maybe you have to wash people's sheets, maybe you have to take control of their trash, these kinds of things that we've been accused of here. Under Title 32, we're not responsible for the control of someone's trash. A tenant is responsible for their own trash, the dweller. The rooms in which they do speak of that there was anything like a light switch that needed changed, or these little minor things like screens and things, basically are not occupied. And under Indiana Code 36, Indiana Code 16 under the health law, which is very limited, and Indiana Code 36 under the UBL, the Uniform Business or Building Law, it states very clearly that the rooms have to be occupied before they become a danger to a person. It only makes common sense that nothing could be a danger to a person if a person doesn't exist. They're empty. They're being worked on. So we've got a mess of stuff going on here, and we've got inconsistencies. We've got reports in a transcript that says that the water was backing up, the sewage is backing up into the clean water. That's totally impossible. It's two different systems. How do I know that? Because me and the city of Logansport Water Department put the water in there brand new 2 years ago, all the way to the hot water heater. There's no way the two can intercept. Rob says we failed. If you look on this list, you go back to the last time he was here. He says we failed on this, we failed on that. If you go through there, look at what he's saying we failed on. Now, all it's been corrected anyway, but it's just, top for tat here. He's got us putting 2 rails going up. We've got built-in rails, hand railing going up both stairwells. The law only requires, if you look at the ordinance says under Indiana code, you have to follow Indiana code, and they only have to have 1. So he had us putting 2. We've got another one going all the way up each other side. Now those have been redone. The whole inside of the building's been redone completely. You walk in there, you'd be shocked right now. But the thing about, he's talking about time, he's talking about this. We're not going in and fixing a code like we're going to go in and fix the light switch. We're actually doing the whole room, floors, walls, ceilings, all of it. Everything's brand new, all the way through down to 3 rooms right now. He hasn't been there for an inspection since all this took place. So I would say, what evidence is he offering to say that it hasn't been done since then?
My letter stated that you guys needed to call me for that inspection.
But see, that doesn't comply with Title 36 under the
And
Safe
if you
Business
are-
Law says that
and
you have
if
to
you are-
issue an order. That order has to specifically specify 7 or 8 different things. The time of the hearing, the manner of the hearing, what evidence is going to be offered at the hearing has to be given to us before we get to the hearing so that we can prepare. That's due process. There's been a deprivation of property here. This issue is in court now. The judge is going to order a stay of these proceedings this morning. So what we're saying is we've complied with the code. All the code violations, at least of the list that I've got here from Christian, which is very detailed, very accurate. And that's, there's, based on that, he's not offering any evidence. He hasn't inspected it in 30 days. We've got a court action. It'd be my understanding that maybe we might want to continue this, take a look at it, and make sure that's really true because we have pictures. I mean, I don't know, Kelly.
Well, I think this was set as a status to see where it's at, because one, there's been a condemnation about the sewage. You say it's, and Rob even says it's been tapped off or blocked off, but it's to be done by a licensed plumber so that it is going to be safe and appropriate by statute.
It actually was done by a licensed plumber.
Well, that's what he's asking for verification of. You say these things.
It was actually a shot.
You asked me the question. That's what we were set here for today, to try to get that. He even said in his letter, if you've got things ready for me to look at, please let me know. I'll come and take a look. I'm not going to try to bushwhack you or anything. We want it done. We want people to be safe. They're living in this place. And I hope that's what you guys are looking for yourselves. So his job is to oversee and make sure it is being done. The roof doesn't sound like there's been anything done to other than putting some tarps, but he needs to inspect that to be able to see it on there. But it doesn't look, and you're right, you filed some stuff to court. I don't know if the judge is going to grant anything without a hearing, but that's, you filed, and we're just conducting an investigation at this time, which is his duty and responsibility as a building commissioner. And so that's what we're asking.
All right. Well, the roof's halfway done, and if we could get 3 or 4 nice sunny days, we can't open a roof when it's just constantly raining every day or every other day. But we did do a repair on the roof. The roof is not leaking and therefore it's not unsafe. Actually, it's one of the most solid roofs I've ever seen in my life. It's rough coming out there. It is tough. There's 5 layers. There's not leaking nowhere. We wouldn't go in and put brand new ceilings up if it was leaking. That wouldn't make much sense. It'd be a big waste of money. But since we couldn't get to it because of the repeated rain days, we went ahead and done roofing repairs so that we could go in and do these ceilings that were listed in Christian's list there on 5 ceilings that needed a little small repairs.
Are you doing this work yourself on the roof?
No, we have a crew.
Who's the crew?
We have a maintenance crew in there doing the work.
You have a contractor that's been contracted?
I'm the contractor.
Okay.
I'm doing the work. I have some employees.
So you having tenants performing this work?
One is a maintenance tenant, yeah. He's maintenance and he's a tenant for now. We have 2 people that come in and also do the work.
Did you get the building permit? Was that here for? When was that issued?
2 months ago.
2 months ago. And also the porch has been done, and we had shown this picture last time. Thank you.
As far as sewage goes, what it actually was underneath apartment 6, a plastic fitting that went to the bottom of a shower popped off, and it was running water. Every time they took a shower, water would run out of that shower and run down into the basement. It was a matter of just popping it right back on and putting the clamp on there. I don't know if that requires a licensed plumber or not, but there was a licensed plumber there that said, yep, that's good. He went in and checked it. It was good. And the only problem Rob has with it, I guess, is the guy didn't come and pull a permit because it was already pretty much done. We just popped it back on, put it, and tightened it down. Now, if that's illegal, I don't really think that requires a licensed plumber, but I don't really know. I'm not a plumber.
Let Rob explain to you what he thinks is necessary.
We had toilets that didn't have wax rings and wasn't even bolted down to the flange. That was leaking.
All toilets are brand new, all the way through.
And that any connections in plumbing is required by a licensed plumber. That is a state statute.
We did have it checked by a licensed plumber. I mean, we just popped it back on there for reasons that it was running out.
I have not received any verification that a licensed plumber, and I would need his license, actual license, plumbing license.
We didn't address this because that was so long ago. I thought we were already past that.
And we also still have a bug and cockroach problem that I have not received a extermination receipt from Orkin, correct?
We've actually corrected that. That's a fascinating story if you'd like to hear it.
We just want to hear the completed story, that it's done and have been safe and
We
people
have
are.
to bring an expert in, take a look at it, because they have been spraying for about a month there, and we had a tenant in one, and in the office area, the front up there seemed to just be constantly having to battle cockroaches. So he went out and took a look at the building, and then he determined that in 1903, when they built that building, they had long spouts coming down from the water to relieve the water from the roof. And it went into the sewage system in the bottom, and there's 2 big areas that go around and connect into the sewage system. Well, those downspouts hadn't been on there for many years, leaving holes that allow insects and things to get in through the sewage. They come up through the showers in apartment 1 and around the office area. This we didn't realize. I mean, I didn't know they live outside. I mean, it's a crash course for me. And then we plugged all that up. They shot all that out. We bombed underneath the whole floor of the basements, everything. There's nobody living down there now. And then he went in and sprayed the whole building out. There's no infestation of any kind in that building from one end to another. I dare you to go find one cockroach. We're done with that. And I can certify that, if you'd like. That's my testimony.
Working, you need some stuff to verify with Rob. I mean, because it's one thing for you to say, oh, there's not a cockroach in the place. We've heard from the Board of Health not too long ago and ongoing inspections that there are cockroach problems. And so somebody needs to confirm that, besides you, just a minute, saying that you could walk in here and say, it's all taken care of. Well, just the photos I can see makes it look like there's still a lot of problems there. Now, maybe these are in apartment units that are set off aside and they're under construction or reconstruction, but that's what needs to be done and coordinated with Rob. You can't just say, oh, it's all wonderful inside. I don't think we're hearing that kind of information on the side. That's why we're asking to have a status.
And that's why we have somebody from the health department here who I think would like to speak, and I'd be interested in hearing from, because I know they probably have been in the building most recently. So if you guys wouldn't mind coming up, and we'll swear her in.
State your name for us first.
Serenity Alter, I'm the administrator for the health department. We did stop by.
Can I get an objection in here, right quick? We're going to object to her testimony. She has not provided us with any evidence or any expected testimony before.
She is providing us information about a status report. No, just a minute. Please, you entered your objection.
We'll put it in the minutes.
I have a right to.
Serenity, right hand for me.
It's in the minutes. That's it.
All right, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
The objection's noted.
Yes.
Go ahead.
We did stop by on October 5th. I had an environmentalist, one of our commissioners actually, and one of our environmentalist assistants. On that day, we did notice that the roof was still leaking in many places throughout the building. And we did find bed bugs. We didn't go in any of the tenants' rooms, so I don't know about the cockroaches or anything like that. Through the hallways, we did not notice any cockroaches, but again, I didn't go in any of the rooms. But we did find bed bugs on one of the rooms that was unoccupied. So it was just an unoccupied bed. There was a white sheet on there, and I know there's pictures of it. There was a white sheet. I lifted the white sheet back, and there were bed bugs on there, both dead and alive. So the main thing that we took away from that was that the ceiling was leaking. There was the common toilet was very slow, and there was not adequate ventilation in that room as well. We did notice some of there was a lot of work that had been done, but there's still a lot that needs to be completed as well. So, and again, we didn't go in the room, so I can't give a lot of updates on that. So we did go on a complaint, and that's why we were there.
When you say that the common toilet, you're talking about one that's for, if I walk in the building, they have a bathroom that I can use.
Yeah, there's a common toilet. So some of the rooms have their own, but a lot of them share one that's down, like there's one downstairs, and I believe there's one upstairs too, correct? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so they have two in the place. And it's one that a lot of the tenants that don't have their own in their rooms will use that one, and it was very slow leaking.
Were you inspecting these as apartments or as a hotel motel arrangement?
We just went on a complaint, and it was an anonymous complaint from somebody that had lived there. And anytime we get a complaint from anything, we go follow up on it, and that's why we went there. And when we went, we did see Mr. Nethercutt there, and he kind of advised us that since we didn't give him notice, we weren't to inspect anything. So we knocked on everybody's doors and asked how it was going. We did kind of look in when we were there, but we didn't technically inspect. We just did check what we were given the complaint for, and that's as far as we did. So,
Do you feel that there's a need for further follow-up on the status of this place from the Board of Health standpoint?
absolutely.
Okay. I would suggest in the next week to 2 weeks at the most, that a time mutually agreed to with the owner. You are the owner, right, Mr. Diva?
Yes.
Okay. And you're the sole owner of the corporation, Blue Light.
Yes.
And is Blue Light who still owns it and operates it, or have you taken it over as an individual?
Still the same.
Still the same what? Still owned by the corporation?
Yes.
Okay. So is there a time that you want to talk to Rob about so that this can be done? We can send Christian, we can send Rob, and have this checked so that your rights are protected and so that the tenants' rights are protected.
Well, we are waiting for the stay order today.
Waiting for what?
The
Well,
stay order.
that's irrelevant. Yeah, just for
From the
purposes of
judge.
the hearing.
Oh.
That'd be the best way to do this. because he hasn't been in there and inspected since we've done a lot of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's get it done.
Right, let's just go ahead and set it for 2 weeks and then have everybody come.
That's fair. It's a moving target.
We're gonna invite the mayor because, look, we're
I'll
looking
be
at,
back.
gentlemen, we're looking at a building here that was the first hospital in this town. It was the infamous Midtown Motel in the 1942, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 61. This has a lot of historical value, and what we've done is we've restored the building. Why we're taking so long is we've restored the building to what it originally was. We even put a $10,000 chandelier up there that used to be there back in the 40s. We're trying to restore the whole thing from its historical point of view.
And that's great. That's great. Let's get the inspection done at a mutually agreeable time. So you two can agree. Rob will send you a letter confirming, and that's going to take place. You like to have Serenity in tow as well if you're available. I know it's dragging you in on our project, but I think it's all part of what your jurisdiction is. And then we get it settled up, because it's good for you to get it straightened out publicly, and it's important for us to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
November
I
15th
concur.
will work for me.
So if we can do that, is that the ruling?
Well, that's the suggestion. We're here for a status.
All right.
I don't think that, we said 2 weeks. I don't think that's over a month.
Yeah, I won't be available. November 15th will work for me.
I'm hearing it's all set to go now, and if we set it within 2 weeks, that'd give you time to tidy up and do whatever you need to do before Rob.
And we'll have the roof finished by then.
That'd be great.
We were gonna send a big invitation over to the mayor anyways. He's gonna really be shocked on this.
By when, November 15th?
You won't need a hard hat this time.
We're not setting this out for a
Thank
month.
you.
That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, it's a month away.
Yeah.
Over a month. So
What
it
is
would
it?
be October 25th, be 2 weeks.
If the roof is being done and the plumbing has been done and certified by a plumber, I know the plumber didn't do it, but if a certified plumber that's
Oh,
satisfactory,
over. Okay.
Been talking about
We'll
this
do the
for a while.
review on the 23rd,
And the next hearing would be
inspection review. And then the hearing would be the 25th.
25th. All right, we confirm.
you're agreeable with the date and time?
All right. Time is what, 9?
9 o'clock.
And can we request that Christine be present?
Sure. I would think.
Just, it's a lot easier to work with.
He says yes.
I'm sorry?
He's nodding his head yes.
Okay, thank you. Great work on that code thing, by the way. That's excellent work. That's a good employee right there.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for a reinspection for October 23rd at 9 AM. Okay, and then the next hearing will be October 25th.
Sure.
Okay,
Second.
any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay. Code Enforcement Weekly Report, Randy?
Morning.
Morning,
Good
Randy.
morning.
Last week I sent out 21 new letters for violations. We had 24 cleared from the week before. Haven't sent any citations. I've got one property that's extended or pending right now. Had 18 trash container warnings. I had one car I tagged last week and I got 4 cleared from the week before. I had no new grass last week. Where grass is pretty much done. Knock on wood, we hope. No new notices to appear, no more properties brought in before the board works.
Motion to approve the Code Enforcement's Weekly Report.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
BJ Cox,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, request for appeal for 1005, 1007 North Street, Patricia Urtis? Okay. You want to come forward, speak in the mic, tell us your name for us, please?
Yes.
Your name?
My name is Omar Soluk. I live at 1007 North Street.
Okay. Go ahead, Randy.
I've been in that property for around 2 years, and I'm making payments on that.
Okay.
And
What we got here is this was brought back in as a multiple violation on 8/1. At the time, nobody had contacted me, done anything. The property did get cleaned up by the owner.
Prior to us doing it. That's good.
And we did just place a $250 fine on it, hoping that the owner of the property would come in and speak to us. We had played phone tag, he'd been in the office, and when I had called, the phone number wasn't working. Then he came in again, we got him all set up to come in and to appeal it. That's why we're past our 30 days on it, but we still had him, we were trying to communicate with him so he could get in and talk.
Was the previous time a mattress issue too?
This time was mattress and trash issues as well, but they were doing some construction work as well. So that was before, and they had cleaned that up as well.
Okay.
I never cleaned that up because I never seen the mattress. And I'm trying to figure out where in that property is, because both sides of my property are apartments. Both buildings on both sides. So
This is
people
right at the
move-
garage behind that property, on the 1005, 1007. It's right next to it's probably about 50 yards from where the garage fire was on the corner of that alley.
So you have two different tenants,
We used to own
or?
a garage on 1000 Broadway when it got on fire. We're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I never seen the mattress, I never seen anything like that, I mean.
Okay, well, I would just say.
I wanted to see the picture because in case there was a rock, something like that, because my brother had that on the garage. Maybe he was moving it, something like that, but my brother we never saw the mattress. I mean, that's the first time. I was trying to see the picture, but.
We were having an issue with Gio when he came in the first time, where we weren't able to get into the access on this one. But as you can see, the pictures were there and the date and stuff on it, so it is there.
Yeah.
But it is cleaned up now, and he was asking for a chance to come in to
Yeah.
appeal it. We haven't had any issues since then.
So we had an issue in January, and then this other one
January, and then we had one in August.
came in August.
And both were cleaned up by the owner.
But they were both mattress issues, so do you understand?
One was a mattress, the other one was a bunch of trash bags and building materials.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Stuff that was going on that
That was
property.
it inside the garage or was it outside? Because we did clean up what part
Well,
of
there
the
was
garage.
both. There was both. The garage itself had no door on it at the time, and that was piled full of trash. You were never sent to
Yeah, we were
violation
working on
with
it.
that because we were working on it. It was all the trash bags that were piled out from before in January that were just piled up on the street. That or on the alley. That part was taken care of after we talked to Patricia Urtis. Even though he's a contract owner, we talked to her as the owner. She got it taken care of. They came in, they got their permits to do the work and stuff on them. They got it all taken care of, all cleaned up, everything was good. But just according to our ordinance and the way that it states, when it's a multiple, whether it's another mattress, another issue with the property, we still bring it in as a multiple, and we still want to talk to the owner to see what we can do.
Well, we want to make sure this doesn't happen again. So do you kind of understand the process now so that you don't have to deal with him anymore on this? The bulk pickup and how those things need to
Yeah,
be?
in January, maybe we were working on it, but it was like a cleanup thing. It wasn't there for like weeks or something like that.
Yeah, but it was still there for a long enough period of time that he had to tag it. And what we don't want to happen is for him to come back and do it again in a couple of months because somebody put another mattress or extra trash bags out there. So I just want to make sure you understand the pickup process and, just go out there right after the trash is supposed to be picked up and make sure that there's nothing out there. And typically that'll satisfy Randy.
Okay,
So we appreciate you coming in and working with Randy on this.
Yeah.
This is really what we want. We don't want
I
it.
just want to clarify that it wasn't cleaned by the owner because I'm the owner and I didn't clean it.
Well, the
When
owner
I-
still
when I-
is, you're the contract owner.
Well,
She's still, if any of the fines or anything, it would still go to her, okay? So all that would still be on her to take care of. Even though you're a contract owner, her name is still on the title, so she's still responsible for it. Okay? Even though you're paying her
Okay, I'm gonna ask her if she cleaned it up because I never seen that, and my family hasn't seen that either.
All right.
My family didn't see that either.
So I'll make a motion to waive the fine pending no more violations within the 12-month period.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, board member comments. BJ?
I have nothing, thank you.
All right, deputy?
No, nothing.
No? Okay. Miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 10:10.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
BJ Cox.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Have a great day.
Dwayne, you doing all right?